at some point you come to a point where it's like, maybe I'm not maximizing my opportunity here, that I have more to live for, that I can be greater. And then I have people around me that are great. I have people around me that can help me survive, right? How do I utilize them and say, hey, you know what? Let's not just only survive and get a second chance. Let's thrive. Maybe we were designed to be on this island together. Maybe we're designed to be here and actually, instead of this being like, oh, we're stuck in the middle of the ocean, maybe this was our destiny, that we're supposed to thrive here, right? And that is, part of the acceptance of here we are, right? And then, we on this island, we start thriving, right? So when we talk about the Illuminati and the elitists, right? I'm just gonna say some rappers or something. I could go to Donald Trump or Jay-Z or Kanye West, right? You go through this thing. Kanye West has been in a car crash and strived and he was on his journey, and then he broke out, right? He accepted who he was and said, hey, you know what? I got a gift. I'm the best producer, or I'm the best, rap artist, and I accept who I am, and I'm gonna live unapologetic, and I'm gonna share my gifts with the world, and I'm gonna rub some people wrong, but he accepted. And then he come to the stage, the fourth stage, which I call the 1%. It's the awareness that, you know what, I have a light, and I'm not gonna let anybody dim my light. I'm gonna shine regardless, and I'm gonna rub some people wrong or whatever, but this is my journey. Jay-Z being a billionaire and creating other billionaires is like, at some point, they were like, oh man, he's an Illuminati. He knows something and he agrees. And this psychic, this mysterious group. Well, we're all in groups, and at certain points you level up, right? We all start in obscurity. Then we have resistance, and then we break out. Then we have acceptance at some point, or we should. But 98% of people will never get past the resistance. Right. And then when I had that acceptance, it's like, you know what, I am great. I can do things. God has gifted me, and God has touched me, right? Or whoever you believe in, the universe, right? You accept what it is. And then it's a point where it's awareness, right? Where everybody knows you're great. Everybody feels it. They see your energy, right? And then it's easier for you to share your light. So when you look at people like Kanye West and Jay-Z or Charlie Munger or Warren Buffett, they can make mistakes in front of everybody because they had the awareness. They accept who they are. Donald Trump will come say what he wants to say. Warren Buffett pass out, or pass certain companies. Like they're unafraid to make the mistakes in public because they're aware of who they are, and everybody else is aware of who they are. And to live in that light, right? And we start talking about the Illuminati and the elitists and how they live. Right? Donald Trump came out and said, grab him by the pussy, whatever he wants to say. Right? And it is a acceptance of people. People are like, well, you know what? He's Donald Trump. He must know something I don't know. Right? He can be an idiot, blah, 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 but he's in his light. Kanye West can come out and say what he wants to say, but he's accepted who he is. And he has an awareness that everybody knows who he is. Right? And so the 99%, 98% look at them like they're different, but they're just living in their light. They're living, they've been through the same stages that we've all been through, and most of us get stuck in the resistance stage, right? So when I'm on this wealth, this wealth mastermind and generational wealth, and we have some ceremonies, we swearing with blood, and we have these different ceremonies we went through, right? And we talked about the way that, we talked about things like debt and how debt, the wealthy use debt, where there's good debt, where, we own nothing and control everything, right? And it's okay to use other people's money. We talked about, time, how we don't look at a 365-day calendar. We look at cycles, right? And we all go through cycles, and we have them in a day. We have them in a month. We looked at math, and so the thing I'm saying is that the things that we have been exposed to, right? And when we talk about the Illuminati elite, it's things that the average, the 98%, don't ever get exposed to, right? We talked about stories of sardine fishermen, that we're all hunters and fishermen, right? And how there's sardine fishermen, there's salmon fishermen, there's bear hunters, and sometimes we never get out of the same pool of we only hang around sardine fishermen, so we only know how to catch sardines. When we get in the salmon fishermen, we start learning how to catch salmon. When we get around bears, we start learning how to hunt the bears. But we have to have the time to actually learn from the bear hunters or the salmon hunters. We also talked about, let's see, what lessons do I want to go over? I mean, so we talked about friendships, right? You know, being able to identify your environment. You know, which one of your circle, you know, is bringing you down? Which ones are elevating you? Which ones are enhancing? You know, like if you're a sardine fisherman and you're trying to, you know, become a salmon or a bear hunter, and you don't hang around any of the bear hunters, or you don't hang around any of the salmon fishermen, you know, you're gonna waste a lot of time. You know, imagine being a sardine fisherman and going and try to catch a bear, and you go out with your net and you say, hey, you know what? I'm gonna go try to catch a bear, and you throw the damn net over the bear, and the bear mauls you and kills you and eats you, and you die because you try to face something alone, and you never had time to actually hang around the bear hunters. And so some of the training, you know, that, you know, it took out 6-7 days away from the family, right, to hang around some bear hunters, right, to get the information that is outside the normal friendship. I mean, we talked about your circle and your environment, right? It's some people in your environment, they're negative, and every time that you try to elevate, they give you some reasons why you can't, or the reason why you shouldn't, right? You know, the whole thing with the Muda Earn was personal development to basically challenge yourself. There's nobody else that can stop you from, you know, getting in good health. Like, nobody should be able to stop you from that. All right, nobody should be able to stop you from elevating. So, you know, when we're on this journey, right, and you see yourself crashing, or you know, facing resistance and turbulence, right, the first thing you have to do is take inventory.